I'm in Tulum, Mexico. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about the habits that I've noticed in very successful people. Now, I've hung out with some of the most famous, most successful, wealthiest people on the planet. And I could tell you, here's what I've noticed. I'm able to look at someone, see their behavior, understand their habits. So in this video, I'm gonna highlight the habits of how they think, because how you think is always gonna translate into how you act. So enjoy. What are the habits of someone extremely successful? I could tell you this. I'm gonna teach you the habits of thinking rather than the habits of action. A lot of the time we talk about action. We say, hey, let's go to the gym, let's do this. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger might go to the gym, so can Mr. Fat Joe over here, and one looks completely different than the other. So when it comes to success, two people can work their ass off. One can have massive success. One can work even less difficult, have way less to do, and make way more money than someone else. So what is it? Well, it's the way they think. So I'm gonna talk about 3 key habits that I want you to start implementing in your thinking process that will make you infinitely more successful. The first one is, people who are very successful didn't work their ass off to not spend time with people they love. Not in all cases, but you look at someone like Steve Jobs, he's like, I'm not going to the grave with the money. He's regretting the fact that he didn't spend time with his family. So let's not make those mistakes. Let's learn from someone like him, and let's say, okay, what's the first thing I need to value? I need to value my time, and I need to make sure that I'm not just gonna sell my soul for the rest of my life just to make money. You gotta do something you love. So the first thing is find something you love and make sure that you're efficient. People who aren't making as much money don't value their time. Time is your currency. So from now on, when you think about your time, you're thinking of it the same way someone might think about, hey, can I afford this car? Can I afford this house? Can I afford this restaurant? Can I afford to be doing this action that isn't producing the result or results I'm looking for? If you don't value the action, don't do it. The second habit in the way you want to think about things is you want to look at everything you're doing and you want to constantly audit it. You want to ask yourself and reflect, is what I am doing producing the result I want in the shortest amount of time? Usually the answer is no. Now let's say it's working for you right now, you're making more money, you're growing. How do I grow faster? Okay, we're not growing. Why not? You want to look at things over the course of a few months. Have I improved? Have I not? If you can condense that into weeks, do it. You want to always audit your time. Most people don't audit their time because they don't value it. They don't value what they're doing. So they're like, oh, I'm content, I'm comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Comfort is the problem. You must get comfortable with growth and uncomfortable with being stagnant. That is the biggest habit here. So you're not just valuing your time, you're auditing your work to see if it's improving. I remember when I first started actually becoming successful, I started to think, I'm like, wait a second, I'm getting very comfortable. I mean, this is way more money, like 5 to 10 times the amount I've ever made, and I've done it working a fraction of the time. So I started to immediately feel my body getting comfortable, saying, nah, you don't want to work anymore, go have fun. And I realized, no, I need to take this momentum, I need to double down. So there is going to be a moment where you start to have that success, you start to win, where your brain tells you, hey, just chill, you did it, you're good. So you don't want to be chilling, you want to keep moving. You want to make sure that you are focusing on how do I audit my work, how am I always improving, how am I always making sure I'm not staying comfortable. The third habit, which I think is probably the most important, is the ability to delegate. If you sit there and you're like, how do I start a business? I don't know how to sell. I don't know marketing. I don't know this. Guess what? There's someone out there who does. I don't know how to raise capital. There's someone out there who does. Hey, if you raise X amount of dollars for me, I'll give you this much percentage. Can you do that? Yeah, I can. Hey, if you do my marketing for me, I'll give you this much percentage for a year until we get running. And once we get up and running, I'll give you a salary and we can renegotiate. Yeah, sure. Hey, I don't know how to sell, but you know how to sell. Can you build me a sales team? And I'll give you this percentage until I get up and running in a year, because in a year we're going to renegotiate and it's going to be on a salary. Can you do that? Yeah, I can. Great. Fantastic. Now in a year from now, you made way more money. Whether you keep them or not, it's up to you. If they don't agree to the new terms, they don't agree to the new terms. It is what it is. And you hire someone else, but now you have the capital to do it. So the problem most people have is that they genuinely get stuck. They're not good at delegating. They're not good at being like, I don't know how to do this. Someone else does. A billionaire, look at Elon Musk. Does he know how to build rockets? No, but he got the best people in the world to build them. He doesn't know how to build an electric car, but he got the best engineers on the planet to do it. So you have to look at this from the lens and the habit of thinking. They're problem solving. They're like, I don't know this. I could spend 3 years to figure this out, or I could find someone who's dedicated decades to knowing this, to mastering this. That's the best thing you could possibly do. So here are the habits, and this is what I'd like you to focus on. Save your time, value time. So everything you do, you ask yourself, is this worth my time? As if the same way people view money. Like, should I spend my money here? Is this worth the amount of money? Is this worth the time? The second thing you want to audit is, hey, how do I improve? I'm not getting comfortable. Am I doing enough? Can I do more? Once you figure that out, then you go, okay, I'm not doing enough. Can I do more? I can do more. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to delegate. You want to be like, I don't know how to do this. How can I delegate my time? Now, for those of you watching this, you might be saying, okay, I get these principles, Marczell, but how do I translate that into thoughts? Like, these sound like, okay, I get it, but how do I translate that? Here's the habit. When you sit there at home and you're working on something, or you're starting something, or you're in the middle of something, here's how I'd like you to look at things. Am I wasting my time? Can I improve? And is there someone else who I can hire who will help me do something better than I can do it? If these questions all have yeses behind them, then, well, you can improve. And that's what you want. You want to make sure that you find it to have problems. When you don't have problems and everything's perfect, why would you continue? There's no need to continue. There's no need to continue doing what you want, because it's like, I've made it. Well, you haven't made it yet, right? So if you have the open mind and you say, okay, can I improve in these areas? Well, now you can. So if you like this video and you're going to start implementing these habits, give it a big thumbs up. I'd like you to see the world from this lens. It's how I helped a few of my clients go from tens of millions to billions, or hundreds of millions in some cases. And it's simple. Success is simple. It's not hard. The way of thinking is simple. I'd like you to think about it, implement it, subscribe right now, and I will see you in the next video.